Hey, Midwest. Yeah, I'm taking it easy. It's not actually that bad here. Where you're at, on the other hand. We're live, right? Jesus.
Is that a law? Is that a law?
We're going to arrest you if you can't push that application because I cannot let you walk away from me.
You'll be making a very big...
A suspicious act of videotaping military installations. Stay over there.
Is that a lawful order, sir?
Yes, it's a lawful order.
First Amendment protected activity, sir. I'm on public. I'm on public property.
I understand that you may have a law degree that's even bad. That's even great.
No, you need to learn the law, sir.
The crime is obstructing government administration.
No, you're going to get fired.
If
You can do it. Your obligation is to uphold the constitutions.
This order took place at the United States Air Force Base in Westminster, New York. Stay tuned to the end of the video for reports. Let's get into
the
U.S.
Air
Force Base. Francis Oscar Rescue.
That's all you got.
Yeah, I actually want to ask you a quick question. So, I know it says that video and cameras aren't permitted. Is that a law? And I just wanted to get a picture of the helicopter. Yeah. Just to make sure everything's gonna go cool. That's it. I just want a picture of the helicopter. To get a picture of the helicopter. That's it. I don't want to give it. I'm just here for the picture of the helicopter. That's it. No, I did not. No, sir, I'm not. Yes, sir. Yes. No, I didn't want to do it without talking to you guys first. Okay. What?
Yeah, plenty of snow here. We had a little bit of this dusting this morning, but we're supposed to get a bunch tonight. A few more inches tonight.
How you doing, sir? I was talking to you. Is you the same guy I was talking to? Are you the same guy I was talking to? I was talking to the other guy. I wanted to know if I could get a picture of the helicopter over there. Is that a law? Is that a law? Is that a law though? I'm in public, right? Yeah, but I don't want to go inside. I want to see if I can take it from the outside. All right, thanks guys. Have a good day. What's going on? No, I went over there. What's your name and badge number? Okay. No problem. Both of us.
To a shelter.
No. I was just over there, saw the helicopter, and I wanted to take a picture of the helicopter, and I went up to the guard booth first to ask them if I could take a picture of it. They said no photos or videos allowed. I see the signs, but I'm on public property. And this is
trying to go in and out just because it's the
no. But I understand that. But what I'm on public property, right? So I was trying to be courteous by asking them because I don't see the signs, no photos, but it's not a law, right?
Well, we go inside past that gate.
If I go past, yeah, I would never do
You're on
that.
public property right now.
Never do that.
You are.
So I can grab a picture of that
Of what? You want to take a picture
of the helicopter.
A
Yeah.
helicopter, technically a helicopter can take a picture.
Okay, so I'm gonna go take a picture of the helicopter. I promise you.
They tell you to stay behind some sort of perimeter.
No, I promise you, I'll take it from public.
I'll come with you. Now, I'll let you know because we're on county property right now.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I'll let you know if it's good.
Okay, cool.
Over here, this is federal.
No. I don't want to go in there. That's why I wanted to ask them before I did it. I didn't want them to think that I was doing something
Yeah,
crazy.
you know, it has to do with like security.
Yeah.
You know, think about it this way: you have 9/11 terrorists.
Oh, Jesus.
The Twin Towers.
I get it 100%.
That's
9/11. 9/11 terrorists.
I want to take a picture of the helicopter.
It's just gonna keep fucking rehashing that. It's gonna be the reason they take away everything.
They had like the people coming down the paratrooper down
Yeah.
Like in a second, we're supposed to fly down here, get him come down here, and then hey, you're on public property.
Okay.
Just why you can have a good picture here.
Yeah.
It's no problem.
Yeah. No disrespect to you, sir. Thank you for your service. Please.
I don't understand why they'd be pissed off.
All the
I
time.
mean,
That's
if
just
it's not being used for anything.
Make sure
No,
like,
100%.
everything you have to say. But yeah,
There's probably one that isn't being used anymore.
Yeah, no, that's why I actually.
That one's pretty full.
And that's why I asked you first.
The main
I didn't just
building.
go take pictures yet. I was just filming randomly, though. That's all.
no problem.
All right, so I'm
Like a documentary or something?
yeah. I want to get a picture over here. So I wanted to I got a picture of the sign,
Yeah.
and then I wanted to get a picture all for public. I know, you know what I mean. I don't want to.
Listen,
I don't want to break the law,
I
man.
get it. No, I get it.
I don't want to break the
No,
law.
you just gotta give them respect.
No, 100%. I get it.
Especially with everything going on right now, there's everything that happened in the Capitol building.
Yeah, no.
Right now, I'm fighting alert.
No. I mean, no harm to you, sir. I appreciate your service, really. Thank you.
Just wanted to take a picture of the helicopter.
How you doing, sir? What was your name?
You're on the office. Shit, 584.
Okay, thank you. What's your name, badge number, sir? Yeah. I went to go talk.
Oh, this is an old one.
To those guys in there at the gate, and I want to ask them permission because I saw no photographs. They have multiple signs, no photographs or videos allowed. But that's why I wanted to ask them because I knew if I'm on a public easement and I could see inside and see the helicopter, I could take a picture of it, right?
I don't know.
I do know.
You see the signs everywhere that say no videotape.
Yeah.
There's a military installation, so there's a reason why they have those signs there.
Yeah, but
No.
the First Amendment allows me to take pictures and video from a public place. I don't want to go past the barrier at all. I'm staying on public, and I want to take pictures. That's it. It's a First Amendment protected activity. Okay, that's it. That's all. That's what I wanted to do. No.
Can you give me a name then?
I prefer not. I don't want to be in any
You're not
report.
going to give me a name, you're not going to give me an ID.
I prefer not to be in any reports. I'm not doing anything illegal.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
There are signs everywhere that say, it is illegal.
That might be their policy, but it's not the law.
Okay.
Just like they took an oath, you took an oath to uphold the Constitution. I'm just trying to do a constitutionally protected activity, sir. That's it. I have no ill will. Yeah, I've been walking around.
I'll be right back.
Pictures of everything. I just hope this is cool. That's all.
No, I get it. I got the job.
I passed the sign, I was like, hey, I'm gonna take a picture of it, but I saw the signs, but I was like, hey, this ain't right.
Yeah, you are more like
Yeah.
again. Past this
gate, yeah. Public easement.
That's them.
Mm-hmm.
And everything.
Yeah. So can I just go grab my picture then and be out of here?
Just like that. I'm just gonna get our supervisor here just to verify.
Yeah,
Yeah, you don't wanna do this crap. Your ideas.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
No, I get it. I mean, no, I understand. I'm telling you face to face, man to man, that I have no ill harm. That's all. You guys, the sheriff's patrol over here. This is your guys'
Entire county Suffolk. Just like Suffolk PD.
Oh, okay. But there's no police department right here. They have the West Hampton Police, right? But you guys answered the call.
We're county.
Okay, that's good to know. That's cool. Hey, what's up? How you doing, sir? What's your name and badge number? What's your name and badge number, sir?
And he came over, he's saying he was coming closer to
I didn't take a picture of the shopper yet.
Yes.
I'm going to.
You take pictures.
Hey, sir, what's your name and badge number? You're being very unprofessional, sir. Very unprofessional. Sir, thank you for your service. Is that a lawful? Is that a lawful order, sir? Am I what crime am I being suspected of committing, sir? Sir, what crime am I being suspected of committing?
I can't talk over you. I will answer your questions.
I'm asking you a question. Am I being detained?
Still talking over there.
Am I being detained?
Can you stop?
I'm asking you a question, sir. Am I being detained? So I guess that's a no.
Yes, you're being detained.
I'm being detained. This is an illegal detainment. I'm starting the clock. Illegal detainment. I'm starting the clock. Illegal detainment.
Yeah, just hang out with me. You can take a picture of me all you want.
Yeah.
Hang out over here. They got a phone. They got
Yeah, I'm being illegally detained right now at 1:19 p.m. By a guy who wouldn't identify himself. What was your name again?
Deputy Halfest.
Halfester.
Staying for the record. You're just being interviewed.
No, he just.
It was a 911.
Who? Can you tell me if he's a supervisor?
We're talking to me right now. It doesn't matter. Well, we're getting the supervisor. We were called, the 911 call, because
I understand that. So what crime? Okay.
There was a suspicious person. That's all we got. A suspicious person in front of the Progressive Department,
Okay.
the military installation. So,
Is
because of what I just went through,
Um,
happened with the Capitol.
yeah, I can understand that.
I'm not even
I can understand that.
because this is county jurisdiction. You're not waiting. So, we're trying to figure out what's going on.
No, I understand that. You're very unprofessional, sir. What is your name, sir?
Do you have an identification on you?
I'm asking you for your name,
I
sir.
cannot talk to you until you find the identification.
You told me I was detained. Am I detained?
You do not have
He
identification.
told me I wasn't
You
detained.
have to be identified.
No, that's not true. You're gonna ruin your career for nothing. For nothing. Really. It's a first. Let me listen. Listen. Just listen to me. Okay, I'm gonna explain it to you. Ready? I'm doing a First Amendment. These men right here, they swore an oath to the Constitution, to the First Amendment. I'm doing a First Amendment protected activity, and you swore that same oath.
So am I.
Exactly.
You have the answer.
No, I do not. No, I do not. Fifth Amendment, sir. Don't you love it?
Listen.
No, it's not. You can do whatever you want to do, but I mean, at the end of the day, I don't consent to any searches or seizures.
You have.
I'm doing a First Amendment protected activity, sir. I'm on public property.
You have a law degree, so you had that's even great.
No, I just know the law. Maybe you don't learn it. Maybe you don't learn it.
Listen, we're gonna arrest you if you get this identification because I cannot let you walk away from me.
You'll be making a very big.
The suspicious act of videotaping military installation.
What is the crime?
And you have no legitimate reason to be there.
What is? I don't need a legitimate reason to be in public places. You need to learn the law, sir.
The crime is obstructing government administration.
No, you're gonna get fired.
If you cannot
Do it. You're gonna get fired, sir.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter?
You give me a different.
Okay.
Your obligation.
No.
Obligation is to me.
Your obligation is to uphold the Constitution, sir. So you told me I wasn't detained, sir, because I want to get out of here.
Stop. You're not detained right now.
So I can walk away.
Not right now. We got a question.
But that means if I'm not free to go,
You're not.
that means I'm being detained.
You're not.
Sir, if I'm not free to go, that means, listen,
Play devil's advocate.
he told, wait, 1 second. He told me I'm detained. You told me I'm not detained. And then I asked you, wait, can I finish? And then I asked you if I'm free to go.
I didn't say yes. You're free to go. I did not say you were free to go.
Don't lose your job today. First Amendment. Come on. It's the First Amendment. You guys sort of uphold the Constitution, right? So same as you, man. That's not cool. This is not cool at all.
Listen, you just want to figure out who you are and what you're doing.
No, but what is this? Nazi Germany, Venezuela? Okay, so can we move on with our day? I was detained at 1:19. 119 being detained.
You live in the area, or you just?
I don't want to answer. I'm being detained, sir. I don't want to answer questions. Just wanted a picture of the helicopter, that's all. First Amendment protected activity. Is the supervisor coming here?
I think so. It's up for you. You said it's coming.
I want to speak to a supervisor.
It's good. Let your right go.
I have no ill will. I told you that from the
You
get-go.
seem like a gentleman. I'm not saying you're not. Listen. The only thing you want to know is who you are and why why.
I told you why. I told you why. The only thing that you guys aren't going to know is who I am, because
when
that's just my life.
All that goes out. That's what makes it different. It's not like we just stop and like, hey, what do you do?
Yeah, I understand. But in order to get somebody identified, you need reasonable, articulable suspicion that a crime has been committed, is being committed, or is about to be committed.
Yep.
You don't have any one of those things, sir.
It's true, but I haven't searched you yet.
You can't.
I know.
I know, but
So right now,
you can't.
I don't know if you.
I know. You can't detain a citizen. You're detaining.
We're at a level 2 level into the door levels right now.
If I'm not free to go, I'm detained.
Ask for your information.
I'm detained. You can ask me whatever you want, but I don't want to be detained. I was trying to be very respectful, man.
Had to fill up my coffee twice. It's nasty. Bullshit.
How come you guys don't got body cameras? You guys should get some. That'd be nice, right?
I would love to have
Good cops like you love it.
I would love to have
Good cops like you would love it. That guy's gonna hate when he has to wear a body camera. You guys see a camera and it's like freaking out for no reason. I know.
This is your right. You can take me up.
I'm being detained, sir. I want to keep on going with my day. I want to take my picture of the helicopter because you said it's not against the law, and then I want to get out of here and go home, be free to move.
Like I said, it's a different level now simply because the 911 shows me now. So we have to complain. It's just that.
Respectfully, you're wrong. But respectfully,
We do have a complaint.
I understand that you have a complainant, but that doesn't mean anything. What's suspicious? Suspicious isn't a crime. I could look at you and call the police and say, hey, this guy's suspicious. What does that mean?
We'll come out.
What does that mean? So are you a supervisor?
No.
Okay. Can you explain to me why I'm being detained?
One question. Are you done with your helicopter videotaping?
I want to go take a picture of the helicopter right now. I didn't take it yet. I asked first. Even though I don't need to, I asked first. And I want his name and badge number before I leave here.
I don't know his badge.
So is the Suffolk County? I want to get a supervisor to speak to them. I would like to speak to a Suffolk County Sheriff Supervisor, please. Thank you.
Come on, dude. Fucking green light, dumbass.
Are you making out this whole thing?
Pretty good. I actually got COVID.
You actually had it?
I had it like probably 3 months ago.
How did it treat you? Okay.
It actually hit me pretty hard. It hit me pretty hard.
Are you eligible to get the vaccine or not?
No, not yet. But I mean, I don't think I'm gonna get it. No.
A lot of people.
I built up a lot of. You built up antibodies when you have it.
Oh shit. Hopefully that in the background won't fuck me up. This is old though.
Restrictions.
Very unprofessional. Hey guys, I mean no harm, I swear, I promise, okay? I mean no harm.
these that shouldn't have guns or badges. That's like, illegally detaining me. This guy has been very cordial and respectful. I mean, the only thing I can say about him is that he didn't blue the line, right? You're gonna get a complaint, sir.
Add to the list.
You're gonna get a complaint. Add to the list, huh? I'm sure you've had a lot. Oh, he's en route? Okay. Hey, listen, can I ask you a question? What's your name and badge number?
My badge number is 499.
499, and your name?
My name is Deputy McCrave.
Deputy McCrave.
Yeah.
Thank you. 499. Deputy McCrave, let me ask you a question. This officer, this deputy, said I was being detained, and then this deputy said I wasn't free to leave. So I was being detained, right?
Actually, I was going to come out to talk to you to see you and just say if you.
What's your name? You don't even have a badge.
329, my shield number KO1, my last name. You want me to go send Roman for squad? That's on you.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I'll start it.
Like I said, you have a good day.
You too.
Listen, be safe. And like I said, just so you know, understand from their perspective.
We need some of this, buddy.
Right?
No worries. Sounds like something to rant about it. I mean, why the fuck are they flipping out about it? Where are those people supposed to go?
This dude's a clown. This guy was nice. This dude's a clown. Is the supervisor en route?
Supervisor is in route. Are you still waiting to see the supervisor?
Yeah, just I want to speak to him. Yeah, I want to speak to him.
Walking away. So
No, I was getting video of this guy.
I was
I want to know.
supervisor if you want.
No, I want to speak to the supervisor.
Yeah, that's what I told you. I know what I watched.
Hey,
I offered to watch you.
learn the law! Learn the law! All right, thanks. Hey, how you doing, sir? Are you supervisor?
Yeah, yes, sir.
What's your name and badge number?
Sergeant Tedesco, just go for
I just wanted to talk to you because I was out here on the public easement filming, doing a First Amendment protected activity.
Okay.
And, this officer came up to me and he was talking with me, and he understood my rights and everything was okay. The only thing I didn't like is that he backed up the other guy who was, his name was Court. I don't know. He said, see, he spelled his name out to me.
Okay.
He came over here, very aggressive. I tried to talk to him, get his badge number. He wouldn't give it to me at first.
Okay.
Told me, he was talking to the other guy over there. I went to go walk closer to him. He said, step back from me. I asked him if it was a lawful order. He said it was a lawful order. He said, you're being detained. I said, for what crime are you detaining me for, sir? He said, you're being detained, you can't leave. So I asked this officer if I can leave. He said that I'm not free to leave. That they both said, he didn't say anything, but these two guys, they said I'm free to leave. I mean, I'm not free to leave.
Okay.
And I would like to make a complaint.
Okay. Well, at that moment, right then and there, they were responding to a 911 call, right? And so they were in the middle of an investigation, okay?
But in order to detain somebody, so you have to have reasonable, articulable suspicion that a crime has been committed, is being committed, or is going to be.
However, they were in the middle of an investigation. That's what they were trying
They
to
can't detain 3 citizens in investigations.
They were doing an investigation. Absolutely.
So Sergeant, you're saying while they're doing an investigation, I just want to make this clear. While they're doing an investigation, they can detain a non-law-breaking citizen
Well, they didn't know
on a public place.
At that point, they didn't know if you were breaking
That's
the law.
not how the law works, sir.
The law.
Yeah, but that's not how the law works. I would like to file a complaint.
I'll take care of that. I'll speak to the deputy and I'll take care of that.
Now, under the formal.
I can also give you the phone number. You can call Internal Affairs.
Yeah.
If you'd like to talk to Internal Affairs and take it through there, you're more than welcome to do that.
I would like to make a complaint with you.
I
I would like to make a complaint with you, and I'd like to phone
That's
number for
fine.
Internal
That's fine.
Affairs.
Okay. May I have your license or something?
I want to make an anonymous complaint, sir.
You want to make an anonymous
That
complaint?
is correct. I'll follow back up on a person.
That's fine. Okay, so you don't want to give any identification information
No, sir.
to us right now?
No,
Okay,
sir.
so what else can I do for you today?
Take the complaint then. Do you do the complaint, sir? You're a
I
supervisor,
will
right?
write up a complaint, yes, but I have nothing to go by. I don't know who you are. I don't know. I don't have any way to reach you.
I'll give you my phone number. I have video to corroborate it if you'd like to see it.
I don't really need that. I'm going over your work.
Yeah.
If you'd like to make a complaint, I'll take that complaint.
No, but what I'm saying is that I can show you video where I was being illegally detained. So
So I don't know what you're trying to accomplish right now. If you'd like to get this information, I will write your information down. I will give you
my phone number.
I will submit a formal complaint,
Yeah.
and we can go from there.
I'll give you my phone number. You can reach me there and follow up on me.
Please take down whatever information you'd like to give us. Absolutely.
And what was your name one more time, sir?
Sergeant Tedesco.
How do you say it?
Tedesco.
Tedesco?
Show
Tedesco.
up as
Contact number.
Just 631-371-4747.
371-4747.
That's correct, sir.
And this is just another.
I don't think it's detained there. No, it's I want to make sure that I'm putting in I was illegally detained by Officer. Do you know his name, sir?
Cordy. K-O-R-T-E.
Officer Cordy.
And you don't want to provide any name.
No, sir. I'll just provide phone number so I'll reach out to you guys. You guys, how do I get a hold of you guys?
I will give you the phone number for Internal Affairs.
Sure.
In 1 minute.
It's guys like that don't deserve badges. Ticking time bomb.
That's your opinion.
He told me himself. He'll add the complaint. He'll add the complaint to his list. He told me himself. What an idiot.
The phone number, you want to write it down?
Yeah, what is it?
631
Uh-huh.
852
Uh-huh.
2222.
Let's see if that's right. Can you give it to me one more time, sir?
852-2222. 618.
Yeah, this is long. I know it's an old one. One of his first videos. I remember this. He said it's Throwback Thursday, so he must not be out in the field much. He said he's going to talk about his presence cases at the end. So.
You too. Be safe out there. Yeah, is the sergeant? Yeah. Who's taking my complaint? That's what I want to know. I'm gonna follow up with Internal Affairs.
Did he give you the number?
Yeah, give me the number.
Okay,
But that's it.
you said
So
you would reach out.
does he
We
know?
don't have any information from you, so basically it's up to you to reach out to them. If you'd like, that's about it.
There's no complaint form or anything like that? Yeah, complaint form.
I don't have any. Did you get the supervisor about
I'll ask him. Hey, sir, you got a
Anything else I can help you with today?
yeah? Do you have a complaint form? Do you guys have forms?
Complaint form on me right now. No.
You don't. Okay, so do you know what sheriff's office would I go to get a sheriff's?
Okay, so I gave you a phone number already.
Yeah, no, I
So
want the
you're more than
form.
welcome to call that number and follow up with them. Okay, they're the ones that handle the complaints for the sheriff's.
And one more time, your deputy's name was who? What was his name?
Cordy.
Cordy. Deputy Cordy.
Okay?
Thank you so
Is there
much.
anything else I can help you with?
No, sir.
All right, have a safe day.
You too.
I'll put you over to the
One out of the morning. You too. It's my second audit ever, and it definitely shows. The camera work was definitely an improvement. More than that, I felt like I explained myself too much. I was, dare I say, too nice. Asking to take a picture of something that was visible from public. Deputy Cordy definitely let his ego get involved right from the start, causing him to escalate the situation. If he would have made good on his threat to arrest me, they would have brought my total arrest to an even 10 while exercising my rights, as sad as that sounds. Lastly, I was ignorant to think that violating someone's constitutional rights was enough for termination. We see now how unaccountable law enforcement is. That's what we truly need to come together and fix, is the lack of accountability. I truly believe that together we can do anything, but only united. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and stay tuned for a brand new audit coming out this Sunday, January 21st. Stay safe, God bless. I'll see you in the next video. Long Island Audit. Peace.
I thought he was going to say some shit afterwards. He's talking about how it was his second ever audit.
Viewer discretion is advised.
It's Don Andre.
Boom, perfect timing.
Hey, my birthday.
The person involved in this case has requested to keep their identity anonymous. Throughout this video, we will refer to them as Mellow. Mellow, a young black man, was stopped at a red light on his way home from work. Detective Casey Bush of the Fairfax County Police Department, badge number 4077 from the Reston District Station, turned onto the same street as Mellow. Upon making eye contact with Mellow, Detective Bush abruptly made a U-turn in the middle of the street and positioned his vehicle behind Mellow's. While waiting at the red light, Detective Bush ran a check on Mello's license plates. When the light turned green, instead of immediately pulling Mello over for a traffic stop, Detective Bush continued to follow him through the intersection and onto the next street, ultimately trailing him all the way to Mello's neighborhood and his apartment.
Hey sir, how you doing?
Doing well, how are you?
Hey, good. Hey, do you live here?
I do, yes.
Okay, where do you live at?
In this apartment right here.
Oh, okay. You got ID on you?
No, I don't.
You have ID?
I do have an ID, but I do have to show it to you.
You have ID on you?
I do have an ID.
Okay.
You have to show it to you?
You don't have to. Is this your car?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Is there a problem?
What building do you live in?
This building right here.
What's the address?
I have to show you. I have to tell you the address.
What's that?
I need to tell you the address.
Yeah, what's the address?
Why do I need to tell you my address?
I'm asking you what the address is.
Or why do I need to tell you that?
Because I'm asking you.
Well, is there a reason why you're asking?
At this point, Mello felt anxious and apprehensive since he was aware that he had not done anything wrong, yet he was being persistently followed to his apartment without knowing the reason. To ensure his own safety, he took out his phone and started recording the situation.
Because I want to know if you live here, because if you don't live here...
I just told you I do.
Right, but if you don't know the address, it doesn't
But
look like to me like you live here. Okay?
And why is
Be
that?
honest with you.
Why is that?
Whose vehicle is this?
This is my vehicle.
Is it in your name?
It's in my mom's name, it's in my name also.
Okay. How long have you lived in this area?
I have to tell you that?
I'm just asking you a question.
Okay, but why are you asking me these questions?
Mello lives in a gated community. Everyone that is permitted to park there has a parking permit in their window. That parking permit is visibly shown on Mello's window. This would have been easily visible to Detective Bush. At this point, Detective Bush is not able to tell Mello why he followed him and why he believes he does not live at this particular apartment complex. Mello could only assume that this was a case of racial profiling.
So you live here or not, sir?
I already told you, I do live here.
Okay, because if you don't live here, you're trespassing.
I know that, and I told you, I live here.
Okay. So what's the address that you live at?
Why do I have to tell you that?
Because I don't believe you live here, sir.
And why don't you believe me? Why don't you believe I live here?
Because you don't know the address.
I already told you, I do know the address.
Okay, what's the address that you live at?
I don't have to tell you that. I live here. Why are you harassing me?
Okay. I'm not harassing you.
You're in my neighborhood. Coming up to me, telling me, asking me what my address is because you say I don't live here. Why don't you believe I live here?
Sir, I'm not harassing you. Okay?
Can I have your name and badge number?
You can. Detective Bush, and my badge number is 4077.
Okay. Thank you.
So do you have an ID or not?
I do. I already told you. I do have an ID.
Okay. So what's your name?
I don't have to tell you that. Am I being detained or am I free to go?
You're free to go, sir.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
After the questioning, Mello went back to his apartment, but Detective Bush stayed behind and continued to watch him.
It's been 15 minutes and he's still sitting there. Now he's moved. He's parked here still watching you.
Mello was afraid to go home because he did not want the detective to follow him. He did not understand why he was being stopped in the first place. The whole encounter lasted almost 40 minutes from the time Mello was followed until Detective Bush finally left. A week after the incident occurred on May 23, 2019, Mello lodged a complaint with the Fairfax County Police Department. As per Fairfax County General Orders, internal affairs investigations are expected to be completed within a 60-day time frame. However, in this case, the investigation had gone well beyond the 60-day mark. Every time Mello contacted the Fairfax County Police Department for updates, they would only say that they needed more time to investigate, without providing a reason for the delay. After being frustrated with the extended waiting period, Mello opted to explore alternative avenues to seek accountability. It was during this time that he came across the Fairfax County Police Civilian Review Panel and submitted a complaint. According to the Fairfax County government website, quote, the Fairfax County Police Civilian Review Panel reviews completed Fairfax County Police Department investigations into complaints containing allegations of abuse of authority or serious misconduct to ensure accuracy, completeness, thoroughness, objectivity, and impartiality. In the end, investigators would conclude, quote, the reason Detective Bush wanted to talk to Mello was to determine if there was a violation of trespassing, so that he could elevate what was a central encounter to an investigative detention. Additionally, they determined that when Detective Bush approached Mello, he did not have reasonable suspicion of a specific crime, but did believe Mello's behavior was odd. Detective Bush denied race was a factor in his decision to make contact with Mello. The Internal Affairs Bureau found that the encounter was a legitimate voluntary field contact and that the officer was in compliance with General Order 603.4, which provides procedures for such contacts. In other words, the Fairfax County Police Department investigated themselves and found no wrongdoing.
That's an old one too. What the fuck? Everybody's just bringing up old videos and re-uploading them. I understand why some people are doing it. Jeez.
So because I had my two little girls at the time, they didn't allow me to go active duty, so they put me part of the reserve battalion. So I was part of 4th Light Army Reconnaissance Battalion at Camp Pendleton. So the first 2/3 of my career was like active duty because of combat. But once that was done, then it went back to the reserve role where you go, once a month, and then get 2 weeks training throughout the year.
Okay, now we're gonna. Well, I got some more questions about service, and we're gonna follow that. The missing period again, raided by the FBI over tweets or over some tweets. Everybody, because on a level, link is there, link is in the chat, and we're gonna continue this there for this whole week. Doesn't change anything on our end. Alfred, give me 2 seconds. Now, I won't harp on this for too long, but something that I find fascinating. When you get back from August 2003, what is it like re-entering, or is it even possible into civilian life when you get back? What do you do? What's the first day like? What's the healing process like? Is there ever a full healing in terms of what you came from versus trying to get back to citizen life?
Well, I figured you're going to find this part humorous. So I got to come home a month earlier than the rest of my company. And the reason they sent me home on August the 18th was because I had a baby that was due August the 20th. So I got to fly home earlier. So my process was a little bit different than a lot of the other Marines in my company. I get sent back to Kuwait. So I get to fly on the C-130 with the guys into Kuwait. I get to Kuwait, start doing a deprocessing process, which is just making sure that everybody knows where you're going, everything's squared away. But right before I go to get on the plane, to start the process home, I'm in this camp where you got the Marines coming in and the Marines going, home or wherever else they're being stationed in. And it's just like the movies. As I'm in this path going this way, I see a Marine coming towards me that I recognize. And it was the gunnery sergeant, staff sergeant at the time, gunnery sergeant now, that recruited me. It was my recruiter. So I get to see my recruiter, and we shared a moment, and it was cool. I mean, I knew where I was going, so it wasn't like he did me dirty. And then from there, I started the process home, same way, into Germany. Did a layover, I think in New York, not Maine. Then came into California, to LAX. Now, here's where it was. This is where I started to realize, even though I was young, I started to realize there were things that happened to us out there. When you're out there, especially when you're popped out of the hatch of an LAV and you're going to this urban environment, everything's a threat. Every window, every door, every alley, every thing that looks like a rice bag on the side of the road can be an improvised device. Like, you're constantly analyzing 1,000 things every minute because your life depends on it, and the life of your Marines depends on it. And no one teaches you how to shut that down. So now you go into LAX. And I get off this plane, and my bubble's like 10 meters wide, and now there's people that are like bumping shoulders. I had so much anxiety just walking through LAX because I'm still doing it. I'm looking at luggages, I'm looking at doors, and I'm having to retell myself, like, you're home, chill out, just relax. And so then from LAX, they put me on a private jet, flew me into Palm Springs Airport. And that's where my family was waiting for me. Went home, wow. And thank goodness I got on a dick because the baby came home, or was delivered a day early. The very next morning, we're in the hospital, and I'm delivering my third little girl.
That's phenomenal. And now, an interesting thing that you talk about, not shutting it off like it's always on. It doesn't ever shut off.
You learn to control it to where it becomes absent. So you feel like it's shut off, but then years later you experience things. I remember one time I'm driving on the side of the freeway, I think I was coming home from work, and I'm out here, Southern California. We're not too far from Box Canyon, Yuma. There's like a lot of places where the military does training. And by this point, I've been out of the military for years. And on the back of a semi hauler is an old BMP vehicle. That it's obviously it's on its way so the airplanes can do their practice bombing. But as soon as I see it, instantly, that was one of the vehicles we were trained to be on alert for. That was an enemy vehicle. And I'm driving my little 2001 Honda Accord at the time, and I remember just everything inside me just felt frozen, because that was considered a threat. And then obviously within seconds I get my composure, kind of laughed it off, but I realized, man, there's some things back there that are, they're still there.
Hardwired. What do they do in terms of verifying your mental well-being when they when you're back home and you're expected just to reintegrate into society, what level of not scrutiny, but verification, medical examinations do they do to make sure that you're integrating smoothly?
I don't know how they do it now. Back then, I was asked if I was okay, and I said I'm fine. And that was the level of effort that was put into that.
So you get back home, you get the biggest distraction, the most beautiful distraction of all time, which is a third kid. What do you do? What do you do as of that point up until you spend 17 years? What do you do after that when you get back home?
I tell my family not to tell anybody. I didn't want anybody to know I was home. And that actually took 30 days. It was 30 days before I was home to let everybody, outside of my parents and her parents. It took 30 days where I was like, okay, let's start telling the cousins and everybody, that I'm home, which, people were like, they wanted to come see the baby because they knew that the baby was here. And so, but for 30 days, I just wanted to be by myself. I didn't really go anywhere. I'd go from our house to the store to, get like Infamil or something like that. Or, food place.
I know, Sean.
And I just kind of...
I started chatting with the wife, and
then it was like...
Then it was too late.
To integrate back with friends and family.
I was at the one before that. Your name was there, but you had fallen asleep.
So after that, I go into the Department of Public Social Services. So I'm going back to college. I work for the Department of Public Social Services, and I enter the police academy.
It's amazing. People need to be interested in the backstory. They need to understand who you are in terms of understanding and appreciating the absolute insanity that you're subsequently given what you've always sacrificed for your country. So you're basically working law. You get trained to work in law enforcement. What you do for that?
I get hired through the academy in 2005. I get out in 2006, and I keep doing my career until January 19th of 2019. Same agency.
That's girl the camera. That's her.
You're a reliable approach.
A lot of times she'll put them in there just to boost up the number of players. She doesn't play just as a placeholder.
My Bonnie and Clyde moment was a tinted windows ticket in 2003.
I don't think she plays with the other one though. I don't know. I asked her about it. She said she admitted it was hers.
No, it's Southern California. It's hot. So. I don't think I ever gave anyone a ticket for that during my career because I was like, this is ridiculous. But no, it was here in California. As a matter of fact, I was in uniform because I actually got that when I was coming back from, because when you get back from a deployment, even though you get to go home, you still got to keep going back to the base. On this base, it was Camp Pendleton. But on the weekend, I was still home. Because I actually got that ticket while I'm in my Marine Corps camis coming back from Camp Pendleton from a CHP officer. CHP is Rice. If you're working and you're watching, that wasn't cool, man.
CHP California Highway Patrol.
Yeah.
How much was the ticket?
Oh man, I don't remember.
And they don't immediately smash out your windows because you're not allowed.
No. It's if you take it off, I think it was like $10 or $30. And if you leave it on, I think it was like $100-some back then.
So that's it. You got a clean record. You've never been reprimanded as a U.S. Marine Corps.
Nope.
Okay. So up until 2019, working law. Is it law enforcement like uniform on walking the streets?
Yeah. Started off patrol, pushing the black and white, and then worked my way into detectives. Got into gangs and worked undercover in gangs.
I know that you have had some wild experiences, or at least very intense experiences as law enforcement, working undercover in gangs. May I ask, is it MS-13 gangs? Because that's the only one, or the Bloods of the Crips are the other two that I know.
Out here it's predominantly Hispanic gangs. Actually, MS-13 was coming into, our exposure to MS-13 was coming in at the tail end of my career. It was actually some of my informants, because when I was on the regional gang task force, we knew people from the Mecca, Oasis area out there, by the Salt Sea, where I was trying to track what I'm talking about. And actually, it was some of the street rats that were telling us, hey, there's these MS-13 guys coming in. And then I started looking into them, but I never had the chance to fully investigate them.
Something there will be a movie made about your life sometime sooner than later. But tell us, for those who can't possibly, undercover in gangs, I'm thinking Training Day. I'm thinking all the movies I've ever seen. What is being? I'm thinking Serpico. What is being undercover? What do you have to do to get undercover, infiltrate gangs?
So shockingly, I was involved in 4 officer-involved shootings, and for the cops that are like, "Oh, the guy was trigger happy," no, like where they had guns and were actually shooting at me, and that all actually happened in my patrol time. Didn't have any shootings when I was actually working gangs or doing undercover. You pretty much you grow the real big beard. We did Hispanic gangs and outlaw motorcycle gangs, and you go and you're getting weapons from guys. You're getting guys. It's not as glamorous as the movies make it seem. It's actually a lot more scary because there's situations that, because you don't want to burn this, you don't want to burn the informant, you don't want to burn yourself. So a lot of times your officer safety has to get compromised for that. And that goes against everything you've been trained for. So it makes you very uncomfortable. There was times where, my partner's driving, we got the informant in the passenger seat, I'm in the back seat, and we only had to do a real quick, search of them, but not a confident search. It's one of those things where if this guy has a gun, you can take out my partner. Or a lot of times you're going into these areas where there's a gap, there's not a lot of California, a lot of desert area. So you're driving out to
they were big time in El Paso.
Your guys that have your
they're
six,
huge in El Paso and Fort Bliss.
Sorry, what does have your six mean?
So anytime we do something, we stay close to the guys that are undercover or in plain clothes. So if something goes wrong, they give the signal, we can immediately get there and protect these guys, because you don't have a vest or anything on. You don't have all the equipment that you would normally have if you're in uniform. Well, when you can't be that close to them, the farther away, the farther that response time is, the more time you have to do on your own. And so when you're going out to some of these trailer parks that are in the Mecca and Oasis, your backup may have to be 3 or 4 minutes away. And I know that may seem like a lot, but that's a very long time if you have to fend for yourself. And then you start to wonder, what if this informant's setting us up? Because a lot of times your self-preservation requires that. We're very lucky, we never got burned by an informant. But there were some times there where things felt sticky. I remember there was one community, and this one was actually a Crips community. We do have a Crips gang out in Palm Springs. And we had to get information. When you do search warrants the right way, you have to land these targets, get official documentation, stuff that you can attest to yourself, because you're going to be swearing before a judge. And so we have to make sure we see whatever our subject is going into whatever building we see, And a lot of times you have to be in scenarios that are not safe. And you got to, like in this particular situation, I had to go by myself. So I'm in a Crips apartment complex. I'm by myself. I'll have a phone, with a wired headphone, acting like I'm talking to a girl looking for in the complex, but it's my partner's on the other line, waiting to hear if I scream. And then you sit there, I'm on the rails waiting for the target. And those guys know who belongs there and who doesn't. And so you just have to wait, and play it off, and it worked. We got the information we needed, and we left. But I remember that was one time, man, that my shirt was drenched with sweat when I was done with that. I'll put it that way.
Blood in, blood out. Couldn't come up with fast enough. Now we're going to get into this as it relates to your story when you were put in jail.
Snow looks pretty today, though. I'd prefer the snow than the ice, though.
Anonymity,
even though I use a lot of washer fluid.
At the time, do you not live with some sort of fear now, nonetheless, for all of what I presume legally you might have done while you were undercover busting gangs?
For the last 2 years, 3 years, it was pretty high. Only because as we get into the story, they doxed where I live, so then it became a real threat. Because I still have active cases, homicide and attempt homicide cases that are in the court system. So these gang members find out, well, here's the main agent, or the main officer.
No, only spiked tires work.
We can take them out. So
they're illegal in most states.
You can't live like that, because if you give yourself a heart attack, But in the beginning,
Slow down is all
I wouldn't let my son
you can do.
throw out the trash. I wouldn't let anybody check the mail. I was the first one out of the house for anything, just in case somebody was lying in wait. So now there's a risk there, yes. I just don't let it consume my life right now.
So now we're gonna get into some life principles. Another 2 hours on these stories that are busting gangs. 2019, what happens? Why is the opponent?
So right before, in December of 2018, we have a change of leadership in our chief. We go from a phenomenal chief to our deputy chief takes over. And we're actually kind of excited about this because on paper, this man was one of us, tactical team. He did narcotics, he did gangs. He was actually the lieutenant or the captain of the SWAT team when San Bernardino had the terrorist attack. So we were pumped up about this guy, and he was kind of quiet while he was our deputy chief. But during this time, in this transition, we started to see his true colors. And we ended up having a homicide investigation. One of the detectives, Detective Heather Olson, I got no problem putting these people's names out there. These are just my opinions. Or not my opinions, but these are my facts. And she comes to me to write a warrant, because 90% of the warrants were going to come through me because I was the one that did gangs, and the majority of the homicides we had were going to be gang-related in some aspect. So I go through this probable and the case, and I tell her there's no probable cause. So she gets mad. She goes to the sergeant, who happens to be a friend of mine, good guy, Sergeant Roberto Reese, and he calls me in the office, and he's like, Luna, that's my last name. And so I go in there, and he's like, man, Heather says you don't want to do the warrant for him. I'm like, come on, sorry. Overtime? You don't think I want overtime? The probable cause is not there. So I run through this series of facts. He's like, yeah, we don't got it. He calls her in, tells her, is he missing anything? No. Well, then you don't got no probable cause. So she goes to, deputy chief at the time, Travis Walker. And you guys look him up. He's interested in how things turned out for him. So Travis Walker, all of a sudden, we're having an emergency detective briefing. Now, here's the thing. In a homicide case, we have a briefing in the morning, and we have a briefing at night. Unless there's some major change or information that comes forward, there's no briefings in between. And that hadn't happened. So I already knew what's going on. So we go into this briefing. All the detectives are there. He kind of BS's for about a minute and a half. And then he's like, all right, well, I want warrants on that guy, and that guy. They're pinned up on the board. And so I look at Heather. She didn't say nothing. I look over at my buddy, the sergeant. Good guy. He's a yes, sir guy. And he don't say nothing. So I look at, we used to call him DC for deputy chief. So I go, DC, well, I'm the one that got to write the warrants here. So what's the probable cause? And he gets pissed. He stands up. He's bigger than me. He's got me by like 6 inches. He was like 6'6". And he slams his fist on the conference table. And he goes, they're effing gangsters, Luna. They're effing gangsters. That's your probable cause. Now, he obviously said the words. He storms out, slams the door. So now I'm pissed. So I'm looking at everybody. I'm like, yeah, let me go write in the probable cause that we want to go do this because they're effing gangsters.
They're effing gangsters.
End up in civil court or arrested for Fourth Amendment violations. So,
all right, guys. I'll catch you later. Thanks for riding with me.
Write the warrants. So I tell the sergeant, hey, I'm going to write the warrants. I'll write them how she said. Now,